Batya, thank you for being here. You've been pretty supportive. I don't want to put words in your mouth. You've been pretty supportive of the president's policies for the last week. Are you happier today or you were happier yesterday, and why?
Okay, first I want to say two things before I answer that. The
Yeah.
first is, Mark, the grace you have brought to this conversation in trying to, if there's like the divide between the people who see this as impacting everybody and the people like me who see this as Main Street versus Wall Street, the grace you have brought in trying to not caricature the position I have has made me want to be better. I haven't 100% succeeded in bringing that same level of grace because I'm a bit of a pugilist, but I just wanted to point that out and thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
it
that.
because I
Thank you.
watch it
Very
every
nice of you.
morning and it really sets the tone, I think, for a lot of us in the industry. And the
Thank
second
you.
thing I want to just say before I answer is the gap between the private messages I have gotten from thousands and thousands of regular people across the country who have very little and are willing to sacrifice a lot for this agenda and the like wall to wall rage that's been directed at me from the expert journalist class is remarkable. Like there's just I cannot even convey to you how different that like and that is the problem I think right there with our industry is that the journalists are in the haves class. They don't get how most Americans see this, which is a lot of people with very little are willing to sacrifice quite a bit for the future of this country. And they see the people in Wall Street who will never not be rich whining about the kinds of sacrifices for the future of this country. So I just wanted to say that, like that,
I love what you said. I agree with it. I think it's so important you said it. The press bias on this is just out of control.
out of control.
But you said it's most people in America, and I'm just quibbling with you. I'm not sure it's most.
I didn't say
It
most. I didn't say most. I
you
said a
did
lot.
you did you misspoke. That's okay.
Okay.
You
Sorry.
meant a lot,
I
which
didn't
is
mean
great.
to. I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Um,
Live
um,
is life. But I appreciate what you're saying, and as always, I'm encouraging people in our business to be a little self-reflective and just their failure to cover this. They act like they're everybody's Paul Gigot. Everybody is a Wall Street Journal editorial board member or a billionaire, and that's the prism through which we should view it. And you praise me, I'll praise you. Your mental courage, professional courage, intellectual courage to say what you think and not worry so much about people attacking you is fantastic. One of the reasons, many reasons I admire you.
well,
Now answer my
I don't see most of it because I don't read my mentions
yeah.
on Twitter, but then
Yeah.
sometimes someone I follow
Yeah.
will be, and then you
Yeah.
see, okay. All right.
Yeah. All
Answering the
right. Answer your
question.
question. Are you happy
Okay.
with the change? Are you happy with the change or you preferred yesterday?
I'm happy with the change. This is kind of what I think might be happening, although admittedly, this is a very like generous reading of what just happened. It seems to me like under the advice of Scott Bessent, what Trump is now doing is pivoting, but he's pivoting to a position, I think, of trying to create almost a global embargo on China to the benefit of the US. And the way that he has done that is he sort of picked up a bat and said to the entire economic global order, that's a really nice stock market you have there. It would be a shame if something happened to it. And now they know the table stakes, right? When these people show up to negotiate, and he can now say, look, this is what we're doing. And I think, the criticism that you guys already brought up, which is that there were sort of conflicting things here, right? You can either reshore manufacturing or you can solve the trade deficits, but you can't do both, right? When you start making deals,
I disagree with that,
okay,
but
so I think that those are not in conflict at all because, of
yeah.
course, what we want is better deals with Europe, and what we want is for China to stop producing everything, right? So we want to reshore from China to have better deals with trading partners like Europe or across the world. So to
Yeah.
me, it seems like also each of these figures, like Lutnick, Bessent, Navarro, Musk, and Rubio were each given a different rationale to go out and defend, right? So you had Lutnick making the reshoring argument, Bessent making the fairness and the Main Street argument, Navarro making the revenue argument, which, Mark, I totally agree with you. I think that the point of that was to get them through reconciliation and be like, look, we're going to bring in all this money. And as soon as that happened, I think Trump was going to, start making those deals. And then Musk just being the no, and then Rubio, the national security argument. And so each of them went out and had their role to
Yeah.
play. And Trump was able to choose basically which of those won the day, which in the end was Besant.
Right.